In our 4 or so years of doing Music Lab, I don't believe that we have ever done a video solely catered towards singer-songwriters, so like solo acoustic artists. And I think it's about time that we did. So today, I am going to give 5 tips for acoustic singer-songwriters. Tip number 1, try and mix up your playing styles. Too many solo acoustic artists just stick to strummed chords, or they just do like loads of finger picking stuff, and it becomes very samey when you're listening to all the songs, because they are very limited in what they can actually do with their songs, because they are just playing on an acoustic guitar or other acoustic instrument. You have to mix up your playing styles to make each song interesting in its own way. This could be something from doing strummed chords for your chorus and finger picky for your bridge, or vice versa, or hitting your guitar to create a bit of percussion or something. Just something so it's not basic. Tip number 2. Because again, you are so limited with what you can create with an acoustic guitar because you are just using your guitar and voice, you have to make sure that your songs compensate for that. Your songs have to be good, catchy, interesting, atmospheric, emotional for it to work. Too many acoustic artists write really, really drab, boring, minor chord songs that are just the same all the way through, and they're just not entertaining. And because you're so limited in what you can do, you have to be entertaining and you have to be inventive with what you write. So even though these 2 points have kind of been about acoustic guitars, the same does apply with keyboards and piano, because you are still limited with what you can do with an acoustic sounding piano or keyboard. So in this video, when I'm talking about acoustic guitar, it kind of does apply to any other solo instrument as well. 3, when you're in the studio, don't overproduce too much. It's okay if you've just got a kick drum playing now and again, or some background piano, or just something that sits relatively low in the mix and isn't too noticeable. But when you start adding stuff like guitar solos and like various things like that, you're not going to be able to replicate it live. And that is going to be disappointing for your audience. Unless either, 1, you have some form of backing track or loop machine or something that will play this, or you have session musicians when you play live. Or 2, if you don't intend on playing live, then it doesn't really matter.
There's a lot of artists that in the studio sound like they're a band and live sound like one person.
Yeah, an example of this would be Jake Bugg, who I haven't actually seen him live personally, but on his recordings he has kind of like a full-ish band set up, like your drums and bass and stuff, and then when you go and see him live, he's just there strumming an acoustic guitar, and it's not that great, in my opinion. Tip number 4, if you are just starting out as an acoustic musician or a singer-songwriter, bear in mind that you don't just have to stick to writing acoustic pop songs or acoustic rock ballads. You can branch out into any genre that exists, pretty much, apart from electronic, obviously, can be done acoustically. Fucking hell, even Tenacious D do acoustic metal, and they even somehow managed to make it work. So just bear in mind that you don't have to do the generic thing that most singer-songwriters do, where they write what is essentially a pop song.
You say you can't do acoustic electronic. There are keyboard settings that will allow you to do that if you were just using a keyboard, and there are also guitar pedals that you could plug an acoustic guitar into that makes it sound like a synth. So you could, in theory, do acoustic electronic
music. That is true.
Music.
If anyone who is watching is capable or knows someone who is capable of doing that, please let us know, because I'd quite like to see that. Yeah. Tip number 5, please, please, please treat yourself as an artist, as a musician, as a product, as a brand. A lot of acoustic musicians just refer to yourself with, "Hi, I'm Dave Swanson and I play guitar and I'm going down to the pub to play some of my songs this evening." And it's like, no, you are Dave. And you're an artist and you write music and you play music. You are a product. You need a brand to sell yourself. Otherwise, you're just anybody who's coming in playing acoustic guitar. Anyone can come in and play acoustic guitar. You need to be an artist that has a presence and has an image for it to work.
Treat yourself with some respect.
Treat yourself with some respect. If you have any questions about something that I might have said in this video, then feel free to let us know. And if anyone else has anything they'd like to add to what I've said in this video, then please feel free to comment, message, let us know somehow. And that'd be good. That'd be really great. If you would like to see more videos from this series, please click over there. And if you would like to see our best of playlist, please click over there. And have a lovely day.